Okay, today's video is going over the latest iteration of my trunk gun. If you've read any of my articles at rangehot.com about the trunk gun, you'll know that I started off with a really fancy Daniel Defense with the law folder, everything crazy on it. I think I had a 1:6 Vortex Razor on it for the time. It's a little bit overboard for a trunk gun. Literally, this is just for the off chance that I see a coyote where I can shoot a coyote, you know, like man-law's property or something like that. Very rare use case, but it's just nice to know that I've got an AR in the trunk if I need it. So instead of the Daniel Defense, I switched over to this Palmetto State Armory 223 pistol, and it's a 10.5-inch barrel. It's been super reliable so far, accurate enough for what I need. It's super cheap, you know, well under $500, I believe, at the time when I bought it or got it. It's got the SBA3 brace, Magpul backup sights. I got a Magpul bad lever here. I took the trigger shoe and hammer out of a primary weapons gun that I have, my primary. When I swapped over to upgrade that trigger, I brought that trigger over to here. I put a Bravo Company latch on it. I just like the bigger handle. I've got a Streamlight, I think it's TRX HL or whatever, or ProTac HLX with a remote switch on it. I like that a lot. It's all right. It's got the strobe and then a constant on. The tail cap is a little bit finicky compared to my Surefire, but it's also not Surefire money, so yeah, I can't expect a whole lot when you're not paying as much for the other one. And then I just did this swap. That's why I have this out here on the carbon fiber tripod, sighting it in at 50 yards because I swapped the optic onto this. This is the Holosun HE510C green dot, the GR. I like the bigger window. It's kind of more of an EOTech style body, has that big of a window. It is the same reticles as the small little aim point style optics that I've also got from Holosun. The only thing I don't care for this one is, for some reason, this one has a purple tint to the glass where my other small green dots don't, but this one does. And also in the projection onto the screen, you can see a square, like a faint outline of a square that I believe is the circuit board that reticle is resting on inside here when it gets projected. Other than that, it's great. It's got that big 65-minute circle with a dot in the center. You can also configure your reticle with just a circle or the dot or whatever, but I just leave it on there. It's great. The only issue I've had with this gun so far, and I don't know if it's really an issue, is after firing it a bit, I noticed that the gap here was increasing between the receiver and the rail. It's just these two pinch bolts on the bottom are just squeezing, clamping action on the barrel nut. So apparently that either the thread locker that they put on it either was loosening up or just it wasn't done properly at the factory. So all I had to do was just slip it back down, reapply thread locker, and cinch it up. And I just did a firing session here with a full mag, and it has not moved at all. So I'm gonna call that good to go. I'll keep an eye on it during firing though, but this is a great combination that will let you shoot day, night. It's very handy. It's a pistol. And I think I've covered this before, but the main reason you want, or in my state at least, Washington, that you want a pistol is it's covered under your concealed carry weapons license. If you have a rifle in your trunk, you cannot have it loaded. You can't have the mags near it. You know, it's a lot of crap basically that you have to deal with. But having a pistol is totally different. It's just covered under your concealed carry license and it's good to go. I do want to put a suppressor on this full time, so when I do put the suppressor on full time, I will more than likely put an adjustable gas block or maybe like a bootleg suppressor bolt carrier assembly that I can adjust out to vent some of the gas, because I know it's going to be a little gassy. But other than that, I love this thing. I know it's a PSA, you know, $500. What do you expect kind of thing, but for the money, I think it's been great for me. So if you want to build another one like that, check the links below.